Divine cards is a system of cartomancy where praying cards are used to make predictions of your characteristics and your future timeline. The origins of this system date back to over 20,000 years ago. This was during a time when ancient wise men observed the cosmos and formulate mathematical systems. These teachings were preserved till this day, and I'm honored to present to you the Divine Cards. In this system, each day of the year is assigned one card. Each living man or woman is assigned 1 to 4 cards depending on their date of birth. The main card or birth card is of most significance, followed by the planetary ruling card or PRC. For some birthdays, there is a third or fourth card. You can see from the chart here or check the links below for your card. If you feel that the card doesn't really resonate with you, you may want to look into your birth time. I noticed the time difference when I was calculating the lucky dates for a client to buy lottery. It opened the next day. For example, if you're born in Singapore on March 7, in New York, it's March 6. So you may have to convert your birth time to UTC and then follow that date to find your birth cards. Once you have found your cards, you can check them out. If you cannot find the video on your particular card, means I have not made them yet. So please like and subscribe so that I can continue to make more videos. Thank you. Numerology of 5. You see how the number 5 curves? It's almost like a roller coaster. It gives the feeling of excitement, traveling, and changes. 5 is associated with Mercury. 5 is also in the middle. Although they experience the ups and downs of life, they are flexible and knows how to balance. They love freedom and they are also lucky. 5 represent changes, varieties, opportunities, travel, escape, and fluctuating life experiences. 5 are restless and dissatisfied. They want change. As soon as changes are made, they want to change the change. Freedom is important. 5 may have difficulty to concentrate. They stand in the center and therefore they can move around. They seek new places, experiences, lovers, changes, and they learn by experience. 5 must realize the difference between good and bad. The positive side of 5 is adaptability. They are very adaptable, versatility, able to change, and expressiveness. The negative side of 5 is restlessness, aloofness, changeable, and they can be unpredictable. Heart is the lover. It symbolizes feelings, emotions with regards to people, life, context, and the creative principle. It is the source, the beginning force of life, the heartbeat of awakened rhythm. It is the first call of love and urge for being physical. Therefore, it is also associated with passion, sex, and creation. This creative energy can be hot and wild, but it can also be unpredictable or destructive. Love also leads to devotion and sacrifice for friends, causes, or countries. They are on the path of loving and learning to love. The hearts are good at art, music, poetry, pursuit of beauty in any form. The negative side is greed, selfishness, self indulgence, being flirtatious or promiscuous. Therefore, the heart, living man, woman, or energy can tend towards the positive, negative, or being balanced. The Five of Hearts is similar to the Five of Cups in the Tarot. You may have a tendency to move from this to that. When you are unable to escape certain jobs or people, that is when you encounter obstacles. So sometimes changes or movements may be good for you. Five of Hearts, emotional restrictions or changeable love. Your early years, there may be confusions or indecisions. The education may have been interrupted for whatever reasons. There may be also some kind of entanglement in regards to money or love. You may have friends, but somehow the connections are not very deep. Relationships with family and close ones are often detached and not too close. Your early years, you may find yourself undecided about career or tendency to change career. If you are not from a financially stable family, you may often seek out opportunities to make money because having money means freedom to you. You may be associated with a male friend or family member who is erratic and troublesome. You are attracted to travel and people who travel. If you stick to one career, you can be very successful. And it is best for you to have a career where you can travel and you need freedom to sort of do your own thing in a career. That is why you may have a tendency to experiment and you can scatter yourself too thin. You must take care of your health and not to spread yourself too thin. It can affect your health. And you can encounter quite a bit of obstacles and difficulties in your younger years. Basically, your changeable nature can be good, but it can also bring quite a bit of challenges. You're highly psychic, and listening to your inner voice can help you a lot. Challenges can be positive, but you wanna have a focus, a target, and not just give up when the going gets tough. However, if you have to stick to a monotonous love or work life, you can get sick. Physical illness can manifest. So there is a tendency to escape problems. These can be emotional patterns or work issues. But if you work on your problems, you are very likely to succeed because you do not like to be restricted. Social network can help in your career and you have very good promotional abilities. Association with a hardworking, intelligent woman can be beneficial for you financially. You must be honest in your work because it's quite easy for you to sway or distort. You may also be subjected to trickery and deceit from others. So you have to be careful. Make sure to have all transactions fully understood and recorded. If you have legal dispute, try to settle it out of court. Try not to be impulsive. That can save you a lot of problems because your restlessness can lead you to making bad decisions. The key is to remain calm at all times, and therefore, spiritual knowledge and spiritual path usually help you a lot. There's gonna be quite a bit of challenges in terms of love and relationships due to your mental restlessness. It could also be emotional restlessness. Unless, of course, if you have reached a level of self awareness, money and love tend to be mixed together and it can cause quite a bit of unhappiness. This energy is harder for females. There can be quite a bit of emotional difficulties. You may not go out of your way to compromise. Marriageability on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is very marriageable, 10 is totally unmarriageable. 5 of hearts, your marriageability is a 7. There is an inner fear of commitment. Divorce is usually very difficult for the Five of Hearts, and usually after a painful divorce, if you went through a painful divorce, usually the Five of Hearts will not marry again. Because emotionally, this is quite a restless energy. So, the Five of Hearts, if you are married, usually you are okay to stay with the marriage, but you may have a tendency to sway, not necessarily affairs, but you may be focused on other things. As I have said earlier, freedom is very important. So if you feel restricted in any ways in a marriage, it may not work out quite well. Satisfaction in love usually comes later in life. For the marriage to be successful, there needs to be a certain amount of space and freedom. From my experience, the marriageability is just an indication of how much you want to have a home and the stability of a home. It does not tell if you are able to maintain the marriage. For example, the marriageability of Elizabeth Taylor is a 4. She is very marriageable and has this need to want to have a stable home and security. However, as you can see from her history, there is a string of divorce and marriages. Besides marriageability, we can also see your connections with this particular person. Besides your own cards, you also have your Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and a whole lot of other planetary cards. There are also past life connections. I will list some of your cards at the end of this video. So if you want to know what sort of connections you have between you and this particular person, you can search for their birth cards by their date of birth. For example, if the person is born on January 14, their main birth card will be the King of Diamonds and their planetary card will be the Eight of Cups. They may also have a third or fourth card. And then you check if the King of Diamonds has any present life connection with you. there can be more than one connection. There can be a Venus or double Venus, sometimes even triple Venus, which is, I think, quite rare, but yes, there is. There can be karmic connections, and then you can search for the King of Diamonds general reading to get a basic idea of this person's characteristics. Five of Hearts. Your first karmic is the Four of Diamonds. Your second karmic is the Five of Cups. Your Mercury is the Three of Cups. Your Venus is the Three of Spades. Your Mars is the Nine of Hearts. Your Jupiter is the Seven of Cups. Your Saturn is the Five of Diamonds. Your Uranus is the Queen of Spades. Your Neptune is the Jack of Cups. Your challenge is the Nine of Diamonds. And your result is the Seven of Spades. So what are all these connections about? Every card can indicate a living man or woman. It can also indicate an energy that you have or you are dealing with. You can also get the extended readings if you want to know more about your connections with these different karmics, how to deal with these challenging energies, and how to navigate around these energies. It is good to know so that you can navigate around these people or energies. For the extended readings, I will be doing the Karma cards and Pluto cards first because I find that these are more important ones. You can click on the links below to find out what are these cards about. Bear in mind that these are general readings because there may be details that I'm not able to share with you through the videos. If you would like a more detailed reading or learn more, you can check out Robert Lee Camp or myself and my partners. All the links are on the screen or below. It's an honor for me that you subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.